Hey guys, I'm Lily and welcome to my channel. My sister and I are heading off to Indonesia right now for a 2-week ACICIS public health study tour. But first, we need to pick up a couple of healthy snacks and fill up on a nice nutritious meal before we land in Jakarta. This is a study tour, so that means we'll be going straight to Universitas Indonesia, which is the University of Indonesia. Over the course of the 2 weeks, we had a total of 15 lectures, plus 3 Bahasa Indonesian classes. The most interesting things that I learned was that the mosquito that causes dengue fever has white stripes. And I've never heard of stunting before, but it is quite a prevalent issue in Indonesia caused by a lack of nutrition.
Okay guys, so today we're going to the dump.
So it's technically not a dump, it's more of a community waste management center. Basically, people in the community sort out their rubbish at home into organic and non-organic waste. This community waste management center has to deal with 270 kilograms of waste per day, and 50% of that waste is organic waste. They have devised a sustainable solution to deal with this organic waste, but before you watch the next clip, here is an example of the organic waste being eaten by maggots. So they start off with the maggots being fresh, eating up all the organic waste. The maggots decompose the organic waste into liquid and dry compost. And then they basically cook the maggots and turn them into fish food. The next place we visited was the hospital in the Depok region of Jakarta. I wasn't allowed to film inside because of patient confidentiality, but this hospital car park does have what I think a cool story behind it. During the pandemic, it was used as a drive-through COVID vaccine clinic for the whole of Depok, and it was so successful that even the President of Indonesia came to visit it. And before we head off to our next Indonesian city, I thought I'd show you the type of toilet there is in Indonesia, and this tap as well. We headed out to rural Yogyakarta. The first place we visited was a community healthcare center called Puskesmas. I like to think of the Puskesmas as miniature hospitals for the rural areas of Indonesia. As you can see, here is a mini consultation room. They also have a mini dental clinic. Gigi means teeth in Bahasa Indonesian. They also have a pharmacy here for the patients of the Puskesmas to pick up their medications. They also have an obstetrics room for the midwives to examine the pregnant mothers. We went to another community healthcare center known as Posyandu. I like to think of Posyandu as a nursery. Basically, the mothers bring their babies here to go through the different stations. The baby's height and weight are recorded over a period of 5 years. And at the end station, everybody picks up a nice nutritious meal. Everyone eats together and the babies have time to play with each other. And when it's the end of the day, the children will hop on their parents' motorcycle and head home. The next place I want to show you is Kali Chode. Kali Chode is a village located along the river here. We had the opportunity to hear from a prominent local in the area about Kali Chode and the amazing work being done here to improve the standard of living and fight the cycle of poverty. Many locals advocate for improved facilities and start community initiatives such as planting trees and pot plants to make the village more green. Also, the local explained that through promoting the importance of education, especially for the younger generation, children growing up in Kalichode can have a better chance in the future and hopefully move out of Kalichode. He used his own kids as an example, who worked hard for scholarships to go to university and are now working at big companies across Indonesia. There is a strong sense of community in this place. Everybody is working together to make the living situation better. For example, there are now less people having to clean rubbish from the river as their full-time job. We also visited the Yakkum Rehabilitation Center for people living with disabilities. I didn't get to film much of Yakkum, but here you can see the workers making prosthetic limbs. I also didn't get to film the KEBAYA Center on our last day in Indonesia. KEBAYA serves as a sanctuary for individuals living with HIV/AIDS. Their work is truly phenomenal and inspiring, so you should definitely check out their Instagram linked in the description below. One of the issues surrounding HIV/AIDS in Indonesia that has stuck with me is that Indonesia does not have access to the same range of HIV medication as Australia does. Plus, the medications they do have are only 50% effective. Coming to Indonesia to study was by far the best experience I have had in my life so far. And of course, it wasn't all just study. I made some lifelong friends along the way.